Welcome to another episode of Unicorn Chef. The good news is this is the last week that Mike is going to host. The bad news is Mike is hosting tonight. But seriously, I do appreciate him covering for me while I just stay in the background on production. We've been doing this for almost a year. Next month is will have been an entire year. We've been doing this for almost a year. Next week, I'm up live on myself. Next month is there we go. Problem solved. So without further ado, this episode of Unicorn Chef will be hosted by Mike Ellis with El Jefe.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Thanks for having me. I gotta say, 2 weeks doing this, it's stressful. It's really stressful. But
you're stressed, dude. I am so effing excited for this. I invited like all my friends. I hope they all show.
Before we kicked off, I just want to let people know, go to your local SPCA, support your local dogs, local cats. They need you. You need them. And, welcome to Raul Rojas, El Jefe de Security, one of the scariest human beings in tech today.
Scary. The least of your worries. I'm a big teddy bear is what they say. Thanks everybody for including me on this. I'm so excited to be here with you, Mike, and on the show. My charity is Northwest Harvest. I figure that if we're going to cook, we should be cooking for the masses, and we should be sharing that with everybody, even those who are less fortunate with us. So I'd encourage you to check out Northwest Harvest, the charity that I'll be pledging to for this evening.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what are you drinking?
What am I drinking? So to hydrate, Mountain Dew, but I'm enjoying some nice old-fashioned Mexican tequila, right? In case anybody didn't tell you, right? Tequila is usually from Tequila, Mexico. So in case you thought tequila came from anywhere else, but it doesn't, right? So
put me right away. That's evil. God bless you. Backstory on that is I was not aware that tequila was only made in Mexico. So
yeah, and this one, in fact, is one of my favorites. Right, this one I discovered back in like 2010, okay. And in 2011 they ended up owning the Cordial Spirits Award for 2012, and I've been in love with them ever since. They're a longtime favorite of mine.
Last time I got ripped on tequila, I took all my clothes off and ran around the neighborhood. So I'm hoping today works out just as well.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do about that. So what do we want?
You're doing beef, right?
I'm doing beef. And what are you doing?
I'm doing chicken.
Chicken. Yeah. All right. Well, I haven't prepared my beef, right? So for folks out there, what's that?
I said, that's why you're a pro. You can just do stuff like quick. I'm all paranoid, 2 days, marinade goodness.
Well, I mean, you came prepared, right? I mean, I gave you the instructions and the marinade, back on Saturday. Unfortunately, not everybody else did. So we're going to walk through this.
Do it.
So everybody can do this. All right. So first, we're going to take my trusty board here that I'm going to put my meat on. And the meat that I got for today is beef round, top round sirloin, cut thin, and you can use pretty much any type of meat if you want.
Okay.
And this is just nice, lean, not very fatty type meat, right? And
I love your meat.
Thank you. I just had it. I just got it fresh, right? And so, as you can see, what we're going to do first is we're going to prep the meat. Just break it down real quick.
Okay.
And it's really pretty easy. We're just going to cut them into strips to start. And it doesn't have to be really fine, just good enough that you got some nice pieces in there.
Okay.
Right, and then we're gonna cube those up even further, and then we'll set those aside. We'll do the same thing with each one of these other ones.
Okay.
All right. And I've been thinking about this whole thing about how we're doing the cutting up food and preparing food and sharing this with each other, and how do we teach each other? And I was thinking, this is very much for me like, how do I teach my researchers, how to do application security? Because they don't get that stuff. They're freaking Einsteins. They don't know security for jack. But that's my subject matter expertise. How do you protect your stuff, and how do you make sure that you take care of all the details, but you don't go so deep that you lose the spirit of what you're doing, right? And very similar to making tacos. That makes much sense.
And how long have you been in this role for?
Say again?
How long have you been in the industry for?
Oh, I forget. Maybe 20, 25 years-ish. I've been doing security at Microsoft probably a good 17 years now.
Okay.
So I need a bowl. Not a red bowl, not a blue bowl, but a purple bowl. Let's start with a nice purple bowl because
Very cute bowl.
we want to make it, don't want to play favorites here yet. Right, and so we got the meat there. Wash my hand real quick because, don't want to cross-contaminate.
Yeah, it's funny on cooking shows, they never really wash their hands very much. They always drip it under water and be like, oh, washing my hands is the main thing.
Oh, yeah, me, I'm a stickler about that.
All right.
I mean, like, when it comes to meats, of all the meats, I'll trust beef the most.
Sure.
Then fish, and then chicken. I don't trust at all because it's chicken. Freaking murder birds, they got some weird...
Murder bird. I'll put any bird in my mouth. I don't care.
And so now we've got the meat set up. The next thing we need to do is we add some garlic. I've got some nice fresh minced garlic.
Okay. That's fresh clove.
Right. And I think you put some in yours, right?
Yeah, we'll go.
I said, somewhere around 1 or 2 cloves. My cloves are big. I don't know about your cloves, but my cloves are big.
There's problems with vampires at Microsoft, I've heard.
Yeah, they're genetically modified. And then I take a lemon. I've already cut this one in half.
Okay.
Right. And I just squeeze a whole nice juicy lemon in that puppy.
The strength of those forearms. You're like Thor.
Strength of many days of typing difficult emails to developers saying,
Sure.
Scan your code. Clean
Isn't
up your
comment your code more important, or is scanning it more important?
I 1,000 times over, scan your code for secrets and for vulnerabilities.
Sure. I was gonna say, wipe your hands in your pants. My wife does the laundry. It's good.
You want to make sure you pick out those little seeds
Fair. Okay.
right out of your code. Right. And the next thing you want to do, we'll add some oregano, and you want enough on there to coat. Right, it's usually about a tablespoon-ish. Right, that goes right in there. You see, nice. And you see, I haven't mixed anything because got to do this fast. Right, we got to cook for kids, and we got to cook for the family, and get all that going.
The reason I'm not following on is because I did a marinade on my chicken.
Yeah, you're already ahead of me, right? So smart man who did this like on Sunday, and you just get to go back and drink while I have to do all the work. Like my ma used to have to do. God bless her soul for having to do that. Right. Now we had some salt, good old fashioned salt from my little Corona bottle. I love this bottle. Isn't that freaking awesome? Right. And now the tequila, right? We gotta add the tequila. Now, funny thing happened right before this. I went to go get the tequila, and I realized I was out of tequila. So first we get one nice pour for the meat.
And does the tequila work with the lemon to tenderize the beef?
Absolutely. It also imparts a nice flavor.
Sure.
Right, and you see I've already put 2 in there. And then we've got the 3rd, right, and that goes to the chef.
Boy, cheers.
Salute. Right. And so we'll go ahead and I'll use the same spoon, mix that all up, make sure that sits. Right. How are we doing on time?
We're doing good.
Yeah, we'll start a little bit about 3 minutes late. All right. So you see what it looks like? Doesn't that look beautiful? Right. Maybe a little bit more salt. Just let that sit. Set that aside. All right. Now that we've got that going, the next thing we need to get going is we need to get everything hot and ready to roll. So I'm gonna turn everything on my stove, and I'm turning all 4 stove tops on because we're gonna get everything going all at once. Because we got to get everything all going at once, right? If you want it all to land at the same time, you need to make sure that everything's landing right at the same time. And everything has its own cook times, right? You got the beans. We got to get going. We've got the rice. We got to get going.
What are we doing?
Where's my rice? Got to get the rice out.
I just wanted to say hi to Gemma, you sweetheart. Happy that you're watching. Gemma's one of your biggest fans.
Jim is one of my biggest fans. Sweet. Hi, Jim. Hi, everybody. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. We got to get the rice going because that's probably the one that's going to take the longest.
Yeah.
The first thing we need to do.
This is the part that's giving me anxiety because I've never made this before.
All right. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get some onion going, right? And I've got some spare onion here. I've got a half an onion. It takes about a half an onion to start. And what we're going to do is we're going to start just clean this puppy off real quick. All right, like I said before, make sure that you're always clean. Wash your hands, wash your tools, especially when you got beautiful knives that are sharp and will cut. All right, we'll take the back end off the onion and we'll peel the rest of that back so that we have all the nice meaty stuff and not all the junky stuff. Now, this first part of this onion that we need to do because we're working fast, right? Get that out of the way. We want nice big coarse cuts, right? So we're going to do this really quick, right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Take the butt end off. No. That's it.
You know, like big butts, always with onion.
I know. Yeah, this onion's a little bit going. It's starting to pull out a couple pieces, but that's okay. Not a big deal. It's okay. It's all okay. It'll be okay. Now, I've got my big stovetop set up over here.
Okay.
Right. And you see, like I said, I got this nice big deep pan. And got that going. I've already got it on like medium high, almost high heat. And what I want to do is I want to start getting that olive oil in there. Make sure you coat enough on the bottom. Right. That thing is right. If it's not hot and it's already not, you don't see it. You can see there's a couple tricks to the trade, right? If you don't see the oil start to ripple from the heat, you're not hot enough yet. And that's okay. Let's go ahead and just pop those in there. Let that sit for a bit. Right. Oops. Are you with me still?
I am with you. My onions are now in the pan.
All right. Now, you don't really need to do anything else. Wow, my onions are jumping all over the place. Y'all catching that?
Raul, in your hands, everything is slippery. God bless you.
Everything. Oh my gosh. All right, so now we got the onions in there. They're going nice and smooth with that. Now we're going to take some arroz. We're going to get the rice. We're going to measure out 2 cups. And we're going to put 2 cups. Measure out 2 cups of rice. Now how you open your rice, you can do it the easy way. You can do it the crazy high, fast way like I did. Pour that out. Ooh, baby. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Just get it all the way.
Long grain rice, right?
You got what? Whole grain?
Long grain, right?
Okay, I got long grain. You can use short grain. I can use brown. You can use whatever rice you want. You put it right in. Right into the same stuff with the oil and the olive and the onions.
Okay.
Right? And now you do the same thing with another cup. Right? Now you hear that thing sizzling in the background, hopefully. You hear that thing sizzling in the background? Get that next one in there, right? Don't worry about it. We're moving fast. We're moving fast. Now, just let that sit because at some point I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil on there because I like olive oil in my rice, and we'll split that a little bit. And what you want to do is you want to brown the rice, and you'll see right now the way it looks.
Yeah.
It ain't brown, it's white. Okay. We don't want white, we want brown, right? Okay. We're Mexican, we want brown, right? It's like puppy brown.
Bryson said I was only allowed to have 15 shots of tequila.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and have another shot. It's probably not a bad time to have another shot. Let's do that. Wait for me. Wait for it.
there.
All right, ready? All right.
To you and your family.
There is anything that we can't stand to lose, that the devil won't take away. Cherish well your thoughts. Keep a tight grip on your booze, because thinking and drinking are all we have today.
Amen. Cheers.
Salute.
Salute.
All right. Now, whew. God, that's some damn good stuff. All right, now we got everything going over here. We got this one heating. We got this one back here heating. I'm going to turn that one down because what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start getting some tortillas going. Because everything's got to come out at the same time, right?
Doing that, I am going to start cooking my chicken.
And I don't know about you, but I'm feeding a small army of teenagers on my side. So I need to get all these going right now and just start cycling them because, as you can see, if I don't have everything ready, they're not going to be happy. All right, so that's going. We got the rice going. That's going to be a little bit brown. Just flipping that. See what it looks like on the underside. All right, now, oh wow, look at that, right? It's starting to get some nice clarity there. It's starting to brown, toast up, get a nice little tostadito. You see how that looks? The onions are starting to get a little clear, right? It's got a little bit more to go, but it's getting there, right? That's what you want to see. You want to see some nice color develop in there. It's going to take a little while longer, so let's get that going. All right, now, next thing we got to do is got to get the beans out. Got to get them going. Now we're cheating here. We're using refried beans from can because I ain't got the 6 hours to cook them fresh and then mash them down and then put them in a skillet and then do all that stuff.
So I screwed
If you
up.
do, by all means. But if not, I don't. That's what we do.
I screwed up. So I'm using fresh, or not fresh, but canned.
And then I just yeah, I mean, if you want to, you don't even have to mash them if you don't, right? But I like refried beans. I do it this way, right? If you have fresh beans, pop them in the pan or the skillet, mash them down with a little bit of olive oil, and have your way with it. So there, I just put that in there. You know, I'm not even gonna mash it. I'm just gonna close it. It'll be ready in about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, let's flip these puppies over. See how I tud? And we got to keep them going. Just start going. You see, no fear. Just put your hands in there. See? It's okay to touch it. It's okay. It's not that hot. It's only at 7.5. That and the alcohol helps. All right, where were we? Okay, now we've got the beans on there. That's bubbling in there. Getting all nice and going. We've got rice going in there. All right, let's get that nice look again.
The rice has a really nice toasty kind of smell to it. It's really nice.
That's exactly what you want, right?
Good. Quite good.
Exactly what you want. You want that nice toastiness going to it. Now what we want to do is we want to open up a little bit of a spot in the center. See how I'm doing that?
Okay.
Right. And this is where I cheat, right? I do a couple things to cheat. Where's my little thingy again? There it is. I take some cumin right in the center right there. Now, cumin has this magical property when you heat it up that it gets all floral and aerosol-y and nice and yummy.
So if you had a seasoning that you would say that you would cook the most, what would that be?
Garlic. 100 times over garlic. And I haven't even added the garlic yet. Right. So, same thing, we add another scoop of garlic right in there. You want to bring that garlic up? Now, let that come up. Here is my cumin. There they are. Now, here's the other couple things that we're going to add. We're going to add some beans, or I'm sorry, some chicken broth. We're going to add some sweet peas. We're going to add some tomato sauce.
Hang on, stop for just 1 second. Hang on.
Now, I got myself a little can of tomato sauce. That's the first one that goes in there because for some godforsaken reason, tomatoes and cumin make a nice blend together, especially when they're hot. Now, you see what's going on with that cumin and that olive oil? It's getting all funky like. See if you can't zoom in on that. Show people what they're missing.
Give me that, bud. How much tomato paste are you going to put in this, or tomato sauce?
Say again?
How much tomato sauce is going to go down in this?
So I've got one little can, right, of
Okay.
tomato sauce, and that one little can contains, I believe, 8 ounces.
Buddy.
Let's get that in there first because I need that in there. Yeah, 8 ounces or 22 grams, right? Put that right in there. Right? Mix it in. Get it all over nice and yummy. Right? And that's going to look like a big, nasty goop, right? And that's okay. Right? That's what we want, nasty goop. All right. Take the can of peas. Same deal. Can of peas, moisture and all. Don't waste time thinking about it, just do it. Remember, you got people that are hungry and they're smelling this and they're thinking, when is it going to be ready? Now we put the whole can in. Can. Did you just set off your fire alarm? He set off his fire alarm, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, meanwhile, he's off dealing with his fire alarm. I'm going to be here mixing this all up, make sure it's all nice and blended, right? Now, as you see, I mixed everything in. I put in a small can of peas, a small can of tomato sauce, a can of chicken broth, right? And now we're going to let that go, and we're going to let that simmer. We're going to bring it up to a boil. Right, as soon as that comes up to a boil, we'll bring that back down, and we'll let that simmer and cook and finish up in there. Meanwhile, let's break down our lovely beans. See our beans. Now they're starting to come together. Right, they're bubbly. They're getting all nice and mixed down. I told you they had nothing to worry about. Everything will come together right at the same time. That's what we want. Orchestrate the entire process so that everything comes together. Now, what we want to do with the beans, I don't know where you come from, but my beans ain't seasoned by default. But I like a little extra onion in mine, so I'll put maybe about a teaspoon in there. I'll go straight from hand. Now, for me, it's usually too salty right out of the can. I don't add any more salt to the beans. Just a little bit of onions to it, or onion powder to it, about a teaspoon-ish. Maybe if you want a little bit of garlic powder or fresh garlic. Where is my garlic powder? Where's my garlic powder? Same thing, maybe about a half teaspoon. You know, this is all the taste really for you. Now, I do this a lot, so this is roughly where I put it at. And I don't add any extra salt. Mix that in. Turn that one down, because now it just needs to sit and simmer and bubble and get all yummy and sit and wait, because it's all done. See how it's all set? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. See? Refried beans. Who's with me? Y'all still with me? You still with me there, Mike? Or did I lose you? Am I talking too much?
No, Raul, you're doing great. Mike just started a fire in his house, so he's a little preoccupied.
Yeah, and see what happens when you're not paying attention? This is exactly what I wanted to show you folks. Listen, even I fuck up royally. See what I just did? I fucked up the first batch of tortillas. Now, my dog might be able to use those for chew toys later. So let's get that heat down again and start over. Right, so let that be a lesson to all y'all. You can't pay attention to everything all at once. Sometimes you just gotta focus on the basics and the fundamentals, get your priorities straight.
Thankfully, I'm learning.
And then you're good to go. See, now, let's look at that real quick. You can see how it's starting to boil. And we got that boil going, right? That's good. Let's go ahead and turn that down. It's down to low. Right. Let that go. And it'll be about, I'm going to turn it on for about 20 minutes. And I'm probably already well past a good time for this. So yeah, that's going to go a little bit longer. Probably should have started that sooner. Sorry, everybody. But trust me, it will be good. Right, now we've got everything going for that. Let's get these tortillas going again. Now, let's see if I can't get this right this time. All right. Okay. You doing okay there, Mike?
You know, the best thing in the world about having your fire alarm go off is having your fire alarm go off when you have a 9-month-old sleeping, which brings me tons of joy. Yeah.
We lost Raul again.
You know, the chances are good. He's actually disappearing because he's terrified that my meal is amazing.
The smoke alarm definitely is what gave him that indication.
You think so?
Yeah, no, he heard it and he was like, that's the sound of awesome food burning.
Man. No, honestly, you know what was going on? The rice, I just had it too hot because if there's anything that goes on in my kitchen, it's heat. Tons of heat. Do you know why?
Because you're so hot?
Because I drink Skinny Girl. It's delicious.
And he's coming back, adding him in. Welcome back.
Okay.
Can I interest you in a glass of Skinny Girl? Bryson, goodness.
Yeah, it seems like I keep having a bit of a power outage on my side as I look at my son for the issues here. Oops! Can't forget to flip my tortillas. Don't forget your tortillas. Oh man, I caught them just in time.
All right. So I'm going to tell you where I am right now, and I need you to reassure me.
Okay.
My chicken is beautiful. That marinade you gave me is spectacular, I have to be honest.
Oh, and I haven't even started cooking that yet. Oh dear.
Really? My rice was a little bit too hot. That's what caused that beautiful sound of the canaries chirping in the background of my house.
And that's okay. Did you get everything else finished though? Did you get the tomatoes in there and get the tomato sauce in there? Get the chicken broth in there, right? You got the peas in there. Got all that going? Right. And you got our beans. They're good and going, right? No.
I'm cheating with the tortillas.
And that's okay. That's okay. You see, you're. I was hoping that I can get you to like actually put your hands right on the hot skillet like I'm doing, but I guess I'll just have to like show people, you know, I'm not afraid of fire, as you can see.
You're saying your fingers are so tough from typing for Microsoft. The flame is with you.
Flaming hot cloud. Oh man, we got a whole bunch of broken tortillas. We got half-done tortillas. That's what happens when you buy in bulk from Costco, I guess. I'll give those to my kid. All right, make sure we get in there. Oh my gosh, I need to turn that down. Oh dear, do I have to turn that down? Okay, I think my beans are done. Yeah, are they done? Yeah, they're refried beans now.
So do you taste food as you're going along, or are you just that confident that you don't even need to?
I'm deliberately trying not to do that because of food etiquette in front of our constituencies. But yeah, I'm tasting all the way through.
Okay. So I should.
With respect to the beans, though, yeah. And with respect to the meat, I don't know about you, but I ain't gonna put anything raw in my mouth. Well, that didn't sound right. I think that was on purpose, but that still didn't sound right.
Perfect.
Okay, now, we got that going. We got that rolling. We still got time to go do some other stuff. Some of the other stuff we need to do. We need to make the topping for our meat. Right, that's going to take another bit of onion, right? Because you notice we didn't put onion into the marinade, did we? What I'm going to do is I'm going to mince a whole bunch of it, a whole bunch of onion.
You're like an engineer.
What do you mean? Remember, tuck your nails in when you're cutting, so that you get that all nice and right, nice and fine, right?
You know when you cross an onion with a dome?
Say again?
Bring a tear to your eye.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? One of the things I do is I've noticed when you use sweet Vidalia onions, they don't tend to tear up as much. And I don't know if that's because of the style of onion or the amount of sulfur in the earth out here in Washington, but our onions don't necessarily tend to make you cry as much as they would elsewhere. Notice I've got a nice mince now of the onions. You want a nice little mince. You don't want a lot. Just need a little bit. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put that in a bowl. Boop, little bitty bowl. Everyone following along back at home too? I hope y'all didn't lose everybody. Yeah, I know we're almost at 30 minutes now. But that's okay, because it'll still be good. Right, now we got half the onions there. Now notice how I split that like that? You'll see why. Next step we're going to do is we're going to take some of this nice fresh cilantro. Right, now this is nice, fresh, yummy. Oh my God, it smells so yummy. I love cilantro. Grew up with it. I grew it. It's my second most favoriteest herb.
What's your most favorite herb? Marijuana?
There's a reason why it's the evergreen state. And,
that's not because of the pine trees?
That's part of it. That helps with the herbal essences, of course. But
wasn't herbal essence a shampoo?
It was actually, as a matter of fact, back in the day, right? So, like I said, you gotta make sure you keep timing. Right, there's my tortillas again. There's my second batch. All right, everybody now has their second bunch of tortillas. Get another batch out.
So, do you make your own tortilla or do you buy tortilla?
If I get crazy, yeah, I'll make my own. I do have a tortilla masher or a tortilla. Whatchamacallit? I don't know what they're called. Tortillera. I don't know how you translate that in English as other than tortillera. Tortilla maker. So, see, I just diced all the cilantro the same way. I'm going to do that. Put that right next to the onions. Right? Because what will happen later, you'll see what ends up happening. Is when we put those on the tacos, we take a little bit of each. We don't mix it up. We just put a little bit of each right on top, right from the center. Grab it, pop. You'll see it'll be yummy. Yummy! All right. Now, we're going to take a quick look. I don't recommend doing this very often, but you can sort of see what happens with the rice. Take a look.
Okay.
Look at the rice. Oh, that's hot. I can put my hand in the friggin' hot pan, but I can't pick up a hot thing. See what that looks like now? You see how it's coming all together?
Beautiful.
Well, that's what you want to see. Right, that means we're about another 10 minutes. 11 minutes. Woo! I'm not that far off. Right. So that's a good sign. We're right on time for that. Got another batch of the tortillas going. Now I'm going to flip these two so that I have the hotter element.
So how many tacos is an appropriate serving for one person? 30.
Are you talking in America or are you talking in in like Mexican terms. Because if we're talking Mexican terms, there ain't no limit until they close the shop.
Fair enough. Okay.
Right. Now, in American terms, it depends on, do you like 1 Big Mac, 2 Big Macs, or 3 Big Macs?
6.
Okay, so imagine a taquito is about a half a Big Mac.
Fair.
Right.
So 30 taquitos. I'm good at math. I'm in finance.
So yeah, I mean, if you get them from the street, yeah, they're going to be about 30. But the way we make them here, they're probably a good 3, maybe 4 per person on average. Probably not too bad.
How old are your boys?
My boys are 15. They're freshmen in college or in high school, not college yet. Heaven help me when I have to pay for that.
And are they eating you completely out of house and home?
Well, one of them is. One of them is. The other one loves his ramen noodles and his mac and cheese. But my one son, he is he's grown up to be his own chef in his own right, which is pretty cool. I'm really excited about that. He's big in the Japanese food. He's made a variety of pho's and I think like a mushu pork at one point, which was really yummy. Yeah. So he's really getting into it. So all right, well, we need to cook up the meat because we're getting at that point. No,
my meat's done.
Like I said, no red or blue, but we do have green, right? Because green makes sure that everything gets done in the end and remediated. Right, so we've been talking about this in terms of like half-sec reviews, right? And we've got everything going, and we've got our pipeline, and we've got all our food, and we've got everything lined up. We're about ready to release and get everything going. We've got our dependencies, our beans are set, they're ready to go. They're on the side. Our rice, it's almost done. It's almost ready. We've got another 8-9 minutes to go. We've got a nice stack of tortillas ready to roll here in a sec. Right? Oh, you've already cooked your meat? Is that meat done?
I hope so.
Yeah. We're about to find out how hot this front one is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that heat. Turn on that fan. Woo! Let's go. We got wings. Woo-hoo!
I'm hoping that flambe was a first for Unicorn Chef.
Yes!
Beautiful.
There. Were you ever expecting to have flames?
No.
Flame on, baby. Where is my spatula?
It was beautiful. I live in New Hampshire, the free or die state, so flames and fire like that is right up my alley. America.
Okay, now you're going to really have to speak up because I can't.
Would you like to borrow my pillow to go on?
Yeah. So this is an absolute success. Open up the pan. There you go. Stop. Yeah, turn on the pan. Oh. That was awesome. I hope everybody enjoyed that one. That was beautiful. Now, you don't want to overcook the meat. Pull that aside for a bit. So the meat's already done pretty much. Now, normally, you don't have to cut it up. You don't have to chop it up. If you want to marinate your meat without cutting it and then put it on the grill, go for it. It's going to come out just as yummy. It's going to come out all nice and charred. The only reason I did it on the skillet was because, well, we're on camera, bro. Right? I want to make sure that everybody gets to see the royal goodness of what happens when you have, nice flame broiled meat inside. Is that fun? Is that exciting?
I think so. There's nothing better than flame broiled meat. And I like how quickly you cook that. You just put it in, let it flame, get it off.
Say again?
I said I like how quickly you cook that. You basically went on heat, got some fire, got some soap,
And you're done. Ow.
and you're done. That took what, between 6 and 9 seconds? That's amazing.
Those are ready to roll. All right, that's the last of the tortillas. Strip that out. All right, now because I did 2 marinades, right? One for you and one for prep, because I got 2 animals, 2 pairs of animals to take care of, and I want leftovers because leftovers.
Amen.
Right.
Yeah.
Get those going. Now, notice I lost all that beautiful heat in the previous run, but that's okay because this is where we move to the back door. And keep
I
going.
was hoping for flame twice in a row, but I guess not.
All right, so there we can see the meat coming up. That's almost done. The rice, it's still got a little wood to go, but if you can smell this stuff, oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I got asked today when I was sharing this with some folks in the office. I was like, hey, I'm going to do this. And they go, would have been nice if you did vegetarian. I go, yeah, sorry. Maybe next time. But the way you would adjust this if you wanted to do this vegetarian is it's not that hard. You would take a squash, right, for whatchamacallit, those yellow and green, not cucumbers, what the hell are they called? Zucchinis, right? You take a couple of zucchinis, right? Some bell peppers, right? Cut coarse. Some nice thick portobello mushrooms, cut into cubes. Marinate that in a little bit of soy sauce, as opposed to orange juice. Everything else the same. Just skip the OJ, put in soy sauce, and then do the same thing. Quick, fast saute it on the skillet. High heat, caramelizes faster with veggies, and it'll come out really nice. Now you see, you don't really want to boil that. That sucks.
No. Be careful OJ too, because that's OJ is like murder.
OJ is an acid, right? So salt, acid, fat, heat are the basics, right? There is some truth to that, and that's a fundamental truth in this, right? So here we've got this. We got everything pulled off. Right. Smells good. It's gonna be yummy.
My meats. My beans are good. My chicken is good.
That's 2 out of 3 turned off. Now we got the meat there. Got the cilantro. Let's prep the avocado. Some folks like avocado. I'm going to teach you something about an avocado here. First thing you need to do is take off a stupid little tag. Avocados aren't natural if they have a tag anymore. Sorry. Right, so now let's go ahead and take a nice knife. A knife bigger than the avocado. Make sure that avocado is well positioned in your hand. Right. I like to position it, with a big butt side towards my fingers.
Everything's better with the butt side towards you.
Yeah, well, away from me then in that case, right? The butt is away from me, Anyways, go ahead and line that knife up, right, and just give it a nice tap. And you're gonna hit the seed in the center, and then now just roll that all the way around, keeping your hand away from the blade, right? And if you're a pro, you get all the way around in a nice perfect circle, and then you take it in your hands, nice and gently between 2, and then flip, twist. Whoa! And you have a beautiful avocado cut nice and easy in half, right? Now, let's take this avocado. Take a butter knife. Don't take a sharp knife, because guess what? You will cut through and you will cut your hand, and you will be going to the ER, and ERs aren't going to mess with you right now because they got enough people dealing with not wearing masks. So don't freaking do this, right? Well, so if you're going to do it, you butter. Right? So you see how I'm scoring that into nice cubes, Right. If you want nice cubes, flip, and then we do the same thing the other way. Bloop, 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 bloop. Now we're gonna take that. Grab a bowl.
So pretty.
We're still waiting for the rice, right?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm not waiting for the rice anymore. Turn that down, turn the heat up, let it keep going. Now I'm gonna take a spoon, right? Now that I've scored my avocado, and you see how it's all nice and goopy now. Take the spoon, I'm gonna put it in there, and we scoop it all out into a bowl, right? And that's it. Just like that, right? I'm gonna take the other lime, if you have any lime left. Or if not, just go ahead and cut yourself a new one open. That's okay. Just want a little bit of in there with the avocado, and then some salt, and that's it. Nothing else. Just nice, simple. Because what's going to happen here in a second, now that we've got that, got one topping, you got two toppings. Right? And I'm going to pull out, I said, if you want a salsa, bring out a salsa. If you have hot sauce, bring out Tapatio or some other lesser salsa. Where is my favorite salsa? Oh, yeah, put it in the fridge.
So, Rob says I should be using good quality ketchup. Is that
the peppers? Yeah, behind it.
ketchup?
Behind us.
Color that I should use.
Oh, there it is.
It's delicious.
I'm sorry. Sorry, folks. Here I am. I'm back. All right. Like I was saying, we have a hot sauce. We've got our avocado. We've got our toppings.
Is
right,
that,
now, take a
is
look
that,
at how this rice came out. Oh my god.
what are you using?
Oh yeah. Hey, you got the green?
Hmm.
I got the red one.
Attaboy.
This sauce. I don't know what they do with this. This stuff is yummy. I love this. I've not found it. I love it. I love it.
How
Right.
much?
Let's look at this rice. Look at this rice. Oh my god, look at this rice. Right, now you'll see. Ooh, baby. That came out beautiful. Right, I just want to
That's
fluff that up. See?
Should I be using? I should be using like a nice cilantro garnish, like a fresh cilantro.
If you have it, go for it. Now you see one of those.
Did I hear you say you wanted some cilantro?
Some fresh, delightful cilantro.
Oh, here you go.
Organic from the pot.
Yes,
Why,
absolutely.
thank you, darling.
You're so welcome. I go. Bye.
That wasn't rehearsed at all.
So I gotta try this. I can't wait. Sorry, everybody at home. I gotta try this.
What do you think?
Oh my god! My mom, if she were still alive, would say you finally got it right. Almost.
It looks amazing.
It was like that. All right, zoom out. Give me everything. All right, we're gonna plate. We're gonna make some plates because it's all y'all. We're gonna use some fancy plates. I'm actually gonna be using like the non-plastic shit today. First off, we're gonna start with the tortillas. We're gonna get us some nice tortillas. I'm gonna set up 3 to start. All right. Hopefully, y'all can still see me. And what I do is I like to line them up like this so that it's nice and easy to put stuff on there. And now, when you go to the street out in Mexico or down in California, sometimes you'll see it on closer to the border. You'll see the smaller style tacos, right? And they'll double those up, right? And the reason being is that those things are so thin and they're moving them so fast that they don't have enough time to toast them up.
Sure.
Right? So they don't get hot, and so they'll double them up, and then you can get a lot more meat in them, right? And so what we'll do is we'll take that, and I need another spoon for meat. Take that. We'll take the meat, right? All that nice yummy meat. Now, pop that in there. Pop that in there. Pop that in there, right? Now, if I have to explain, put some meat on the spoon and then gently put it inside the tortilla. There, I've done it for you, and I've demonstrated and I've shown you. Y'all can figure it out from there, right?
So you would just try to juggle and just throw meat up in the air and try to catch it?
If I was doing this out in the street for money, you damn right I'm gonna do throwing this up in the meat, and just just grab something like this and just pull something off and then just give this a shot. There, right there, here's your taco. Right, but let's get it back over here, right? Now we're gonna take some of these toppings. We're gonna take a little bit of the cilantro and the onion, just like that. And you want to do it by hand because you know what? When you do it by hand, it's much more lovely because when you do things by hand, it shows original craftsmanship and passion like they do back at home, right? We add that in there. All right, let's add a little bit more. We're doing this for a big boy. We're going to add 4 on the display because someone's going to enjoy this plate. We're going to take some avocado, a couple of these like that. Boom. All right, look at that. Look at that. These are, who's hungry? Me. Right, we got a little bit of that. Quick shake of salt, right? Because notice I didn't put any salt all the way through. I figured I didn't pop this puppy open yet. A couple of weeks ago, we had an outage, right? Power out for 36 hours. So everything in my fridge went bad. And my last batch of salsa Roja went bad. So that's why I ended up having to get a fresh one. Usually this stuff is like water in our house. Boom, 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 boom. Right. There, we got those. Now we'll give a nice scoop of rice. I'm going to put a scoop of beans on there now. Voila, ladies and gentlemen. We now have Mexican street tacos with some Mexican rice and some fresh beans. How's that look, ladies and gentlemen?
Give me 1 minute to catch up to you because you're a pro.
Because I told you I'm over the finish line. You hear?
Goodness gracious.
Did everybody follow along? I know everybody's with me. I wish I could follow along with everybody and see. Let me see if I can't find out what's going on the YouTubes.
This.
All right. Okay. Oh my gosh! I can finally see people on the chat. Holy sweet Jesus! Oh, you all are there? Yes, I'm okay. All right. All right. Sorry, I'm not looking at all y'all. I'm kind of new at this. It's been almost 20 years since I've actually been behind the camera again. Actually, I'm usually behind the camera, not in front of the camera. But here you go. Look, I want to present you with, my taquitos, as my friend Mike is still playing with. Are you still playing with your hot sauce? You're still playing with the hot sauce, aren't you?
Hey.
Oh, are you? Did you just add sour cream to that thing? Was that sour cream?
A little bit. Tiny bit.
I don't have sour cream. Okay, you know what? So I guess what do we have from the folks online? Do we have any questions? What part is this?
I got one for you. Do you have a favorite tortilla recipe?
Yes. In fact, it's usually the one that is on the bag. Honestly, I mean, it's really simple. It's like you grab macerina, you grab some some, classic lard, add some salt, you mix it, let it sit for 45 minutes. Boom, later you start mashing it. Now, the trick to making tortillas really isn't so much how you make the dough, but really in how you mash it, right? When a lot of people get messed up in that they go straight to the masher and they mash it, and then everything gets all goopy and it's all stuck. Well, really simple trick to that is use parchment paper, right? One piece on the bottom, one piece on the top, squish it, and then you just peel it off like you would a vinyl sticker, if you will. And then right from that first peel, and you peel it back slowly, and then right into the pan, peel it back, let it cook on one side, flip it, and then you're good to, you've got yourself a tortilla. Now, did I make my own? No, because, they sweet cheeses, it's what, $3 for 100?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're putting cheese on it too. Sweet Jesus, dude. I didn't say cheese.
Well, I'm in New Hampshire. Cheese is mandatory.
Are you ready? Right, you ready to do this?
All right, give me 1 second.
Oh.
No, he's got to come in and take a picture. And yours looks so good. I want to eat it so bad.
Mikey, I'm sorry I broke you tonight, but you did a great job mostly of getting things on time. And for that, I appreciate it. El Jefe, I did apologize at the very beginning. You did agree to still come on after signing the 50-page waiver. I also cooked mine along at home as well, and I made chicken.
Sweet.
So I kept some chicken there, and then I couldn't wait. I had to start eating it because I was just so hungry.
You're supposed to be on vacation, Bryson. What's wrong with you?
I have to run production anyway, and I got to eat. So I will be back next week hosting. Look forward to everybody else joining. And I think we'll probably flip roles where Mikey will be in chat talking shit. So that'll be really interesting. Raul, any parting words as well as highlighting your charity again?
You know what? It was a lot of fun cooking for everybody. I hope everybody else enjoyed watching me go through this. And, if you did follow along, I hope you enjoy the meal. It's, it comes from a long line of in my family. So, I'd also encourage you all to take a look at Northwest Harvest one more time. And if you can donate, please donate. If you can volunteer, please volunteer. For those of you who are, employees of my company, Microsoft, the company will match your donations as well. So I encourage you to please give your time, give your money and give hope, because now is the time we need it most. Thank you.
Yeah, if you do and you feel comfortable, let us know that you did that. We like to try to keep track of all the good that the show's been doing over the year. And as always, we'd love to see what you're making at home yourself. So tag us, #UnicornChef. Look forward to seeing you next week.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.